Hey everyone, so today I'm doing another makeup tutorial. I know that I've been missing for a little while, but I've been pretty busy at work, and on the days when I don't work I just want to relax. So that's kind of what's been happening over, I'm guessing, the last week. I think it's been since I filmed a video. Okay, this look is going to be something that is easy to do, that is more on the wearable side, and it's very romantic. It is something that I would wear out on a date. Obviously there are much more sexy smoky eyes that you can wear for a date, but this is something that's a little bit more romantic, a little bit more sophisticated and elegant. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's very easy to do, and my skin is a little bit on the iffy side right on this side of my face, so please excuse the redness and the acne at the moment. It's always on this side of my face. I don't know what it is, but I mean, you can see this side is flawless looking to me, but this side I'm a little bit insecure about it. And also I am using a sample product that my cousin got me because she is a makeup artist and she works at Revlon, the counter Revlon in David Jones in the city, so she gets sample makeup a lot, and these two weren't really suiting with her skin tone, so she gave it to me. I'll actually just show you the products because I used one of them in the tutorial, but I didn't use the other one because I forgot, because it's something that I don't typically use, and obviously it says Revlon sample not for sale on it. But this is the Laura Mercier Mineral Primer. Obviously, it is going to be a liquid. Trying to get that off. That's just what it looks like. It looks like a lotion almost, and it's more of a clear. It does not have any colour in it at all. I used it once the other day, but I only wore it for like maximum a couple of hours. So I am not going to say anything about this because I am not sure if it is a great primer, only because I haven't used it to see the longevity of it. I'm not using it today. Like I said, I forgot because I don't typically wear face primer, so it was kind of like I put on my foundation on one side of my face and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to use this. But you know, I'll probably use it in videos coming up. And then the other one is also primer, but it is called Bronze Radiance. Now I do not understand how this can be a primer, because even though when you like blend it out, it's not a bronze color. It's what I've got highlighted on my cheeks at the moment. I'll show you a better side because that side's just not working. You can see the highlight. That's what I've got on the higher points of my cheeks at the moment. I am also using another powder highlight on the top because I do find that when you use a cream illuminator or highlighter, you do need to set it with a powder like you would any liquids. So that's what I did, and yeah, this is what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like in the video anyway, but that's pretty much it. It is so gorgeous. I mean, it gives such a beautiful highlight. If my skin wasn't looking like, I'm not allowed to swear, but you get the gist of it, I would definitely rock it a little bit more. I do like it. It's just that I don't think I've found the right way to apply it and where to apply it. So if you guys have used anything like this, I've never used something like this before, so I'm not sure how to use it, what brush to use with it, where I'm meant to put it on my face. I just put it on my cheekbones because I didn't want to mix it in with my foundation, which I know is something that you can do. But I didn't want to do that because I wasn't sure how my oily skin would handle this. So if you think that it is okay, if you have oily skin and if you've used a product like this and it's worked fine for you, please let me know, because there's something that I want to try, is mixing it in with my foundation. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you those couple of products because oh, and they're both Laura Mercier, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that for the second one. Feels luxurious, definitely. Doesn't even feel sticky or anything. It feels like nothing pretty much. So I really like it. Again, skip past my skin issues. We're getting there slowly but surely. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I am going to film a tag video after this because, once again, I only film probably once a week max. Sometimes I don't even do that. So when I do get a chance to sit down and film, I try and go back to back and just try and get videos done. So that's what I'm going to do after this. I will see you guys in my next video, but let's get ahead and get into the tutorial. I'm going to use NYX's eyeshadow base and skin tone to prime my eyelids all the way from lip to brow. This is so amazing. My mum's even hooked on it now. It's just going to make a nice clean slate to start off with, and it'll help the longevity of your eyeshadow as well. I'm using all Makeup Geek shadows today, starting off with Peach Smoothie. This is pretty much like Creme Brulee, it's just a little bit lighter. It is our transition shade, so I'm taking that on a big fluffy brush. This does not have to be perfectly in the crease. It's not any form of an actual eyeshadow. It's just going to help any shadows that we put over the top of it. It's going to help blend it out. Then I'm going in with Shimmer Shimmer, which is also by Makeup Geek. And I'm going to take that on a flat shader brush. This is the most beautiful lid and highlight shade. I'm putting this all over the lid, mainly focusing on the inner half and then feathering it out towards the outer half of the eye. Then going in with the eyeshadow Frappe, which is by Makeup Geek as well. And I'm taking that on a crease brush, and I'm going to put this in the outer half of the eye. So mainly how you would use like a darker black or a darker brown to smoke up the outer part of the eye. That's what I'm doing with this. This is not a super like necessary step, but I just wanted a little bit more depth in the look. And then I'm going in with Shimmer Shimmer again on that flat shader brush, and I'm using this to highlight underneath my brow bone. Then I'm taking just regular Scotch tape, sticky tape, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm just lining it up like how you would when you're doing a winged eyeliner. Then I'm going to take Rimmel Scandalized Eye Kohl on top of that and just go over the very edge of that, just like you would when you're doing the outer tail of your winged liner. This is where you want to apply it. You do not have to be super perfect with it, because we're going to blend it out in this next step, which is to take a super thin, fluffy, flexible brush. And I'm going to take Makeup Geek Corrupt eyeshadow on top of that, which is the blackest black eyeshadow there is right now. And I'm going to use this directly over the top of the kohl liner, even though it's creamy enough to blend by itself. I just wanted to set it with a powder as well, and it will help that pigment much, much more. And just slowly just feather it out, smudge it out. You do not have to be perfect. That's why that sticky tape is really there to help us, and the everyday woman can do this very quickly. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush that is clean, and I'm going to buff it out even more. The more and more you buff around without grabbing any more product, that is the easiest way to get the most feathered look, fluffiest look when it comes to liner that is smudged out. Then this is where the magic happens, and that's when you take off that sticky tape. It'll clear up all your messes that you've made. Then moving on to the face, I'm taking the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade W4, which is my holy grail foundation. I'm taking that on a Makeup Geek foundation stippling brush and putting this all over my face. I have done a full foundation, like my whole face routine on my channel before, so you can definitely go and check that out if you want a more in-depth view on how I do this. But what I like to do is make a nice even layer all over my face and blend it down the jawline, the neck, the ears, you know that deal. And then I take just a touch more, and I like to put that over my most problematic areas, which in times like this, unfortunately, when my skin is not looking too hot, I definitely have to focus a little bit more on this, and that's what I'm doing right now. You can see it when I turn to the other side, which is my problematic area. It definitely helps so much, this extra step, instead of adding another item or another product like a concealer. But I am going to use the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter Duo in Fair / Glow. I'm using the concealer only and putting a little bit of that underneath my eyes. And then with that foundation brush again, just blending it out. I know you're not meant to use this brush under there, but it really works for me, and it just cuts the time in half and blends it out perfectly. Like, it gets even close to my lash line. I love it. And then I'm going to use the Face of Australia Loose Translucent Powder, and I'm using this with the same brush. You can see that same brush does 3 things for me, and it just cuts the time in half and blends everything out perfectly. This I am using to help my oiliness and to set everything in place. Then I'm going to do my brows. I'm using the Palladio Brow Pencil in the shade Brown. I have also done a whole brow video on my channel, so you can please go and check that out if you want to know everything about my brows, how I groom them, how I keep them maintained, where I groom them, how I'm filling them in. That video pretty much has everything A to Z about my brows, so if you want to go check that out, please do. And then to set my brows in place, because otherwise I have very thick brows and they will just be all over the place. So I'm using the Australis Clear Brow Gel, and I'm using this to set my eyebrows. You only need the tiniest amount of this, and my eyebrows did not move until I put eye makeup remover on them. Then I'm taking Peach Smoothie on that pencil brush again that obviously I just wiped it off in the back of my hand, and I'm just putting that underneath my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take Shimmer Shimmer and put that on the inner corner with the same brush. I'm doing exactly what I did to the top. I'm doing it to the bottom. I find that that just complements each other so well. And then I'm also taking with that same brush. So once again, we're using the same brush for 3 different steps. And I'm putting this on the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm using Corrupt here. So exactly like we just did to the top, we're doing to the bottom. I'm getting tongue-tied. And then just blending it out as you're going. Just buff it out. Same like we did to the top, we're doing it to the bottom. Then I'm using Benefit's They're Real Mascara. I did not film myself doing this because it's putting on mascara. Every girl knows how to do this. Then I'm using W7 The Bronzer. I'm using this on a big, fat, fluffy brush. Because I am bronzing today, I'm not really worried about like a whole Kim Kardashian contour, especially when my skin's looking like this. So I'm just bronzing underneath the cheekbones to make them more defined. And also just around the forehead to just warm up my face and give my face some colour. Then I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier primer in Bronze Universal, which I mentioned in the beginning of the video. I'm taking this on a small little highlighter brush and going in round circular motions and putting this like you would a powder highlighter. I'm just putting this on my cheekbones and kind of blending it out. This is the only way that I know how to apply it that I'm comfortable with at the moment. Then I'm going in with W7 Duo Blusher in number 3. I'm just taking a little bit of both on a blush brush and putting this on the apples of my cheeks and feathering it back. Having that highlighter underneath will really make this blush glow because it is a matte blush. Then this is the Sugar Baby Graduated Bronzing Powder. I'm putting this over the top of that Laura Mercier cream highlighter because I find that if you set this in place, it just adds to that highlighting effect, which I love. Then for my lips, I'm using the Revlon Matte Balm, the Color Burst in Complex, and the NYX Creme Brulee Butter Gloss. And that is a final look. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!